Today I'm here with Street Division Manager John Faulkner to talk about the duties of the Street Division. Now that's a division of the Public Works Department. And
Correct.
street is behind almost everything that you see with the City of Hot Springs. They are the backbone of city operations. So today we're going to talk a little bit about what the Street Division does.
All right, thank you, Terry.
Can you tell us about the Street Division's general duties to begin with?
The Street Division, they have about 300 miles of roadway to maintain. We maintain the city's right-of-way as far as asphalt, drainage. Disaster support. I mean, when disasters hit, the Street Division is, besides the police and fire, first on the scene.
You are front and center.
Front and center. The lack of work for the Street Division, there's no lack of work.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when you think of 300-mile roadway, you think of all the ditches, all the drainage, the trees needing removed. The Street Division and Urban Forestry, they work hand in hand, and never a dull moment.
It sounds like it. I'm sure it's a very varied job for anyone who works for the Street Division. I understand, though, that there are some new things going on with the Street Division in the services and the convenience that you offer to citizens who might want to know what the Street Division is doing and where they're doing it.
Terry, right now it's in the infancy, but we have broke down our 6 districts, city districts, into what we call maintenance zones. In these maintenance zones, say District 1 may be 1A, 1B, 1C, and they may be down in District 5 may have an A, B, C, D. Now, that's already on the GIS mapping system that the citizens of Hot Springs, if they have a computer, they can get on, go to the city's website, turn on the Public Works maps, and go through a couple more steps, and then they can highlight these maintenance zone maps. And it will be highlighted and overlay of the map system. Now, hopefully in the future, the citizen will be able to hover, maybe click on that maintenance zone and see what's going on in that zone. They'll be able to see when our sweeper, will be in that area.
Which will be helpful because you want to have cars off of the street at that time.
Yeah, every once in a while we'll go through an area and they'll have parked cars, and of course we go around those cars, and then we may get a call and have to run back and do that 1 or 2 car space. So hopefully this will help the citizen to say, hey, the sweepers will be here. Let's make sure everything's gone so they can do a good job. And then on in the future, our urban forestry bush hogging route, we'll be able to be on there. We'll be able to say, hey, all right, they're going to mow our area, the week of whenever.
Because you have citizens calling, I'm sure, every year to say, when is my area going to be mowed, that
Correct.
public space that's near my property?
Correct. And go a step farther, as it progresses, then when we have street work to do in that area, that can be placed on there. Road closures, right now, if it's a major road, we'll try to get it in the newspapers and let individuals know. Smaller streets, emergency services, fire, police, ambulances, school buses, schools.
They're all affected.
Correct, they are. And so now, hopefully, they'll be able to click on that area. They'll be able to see that, the citizen will, and say, oh, that street's closed. So I can just see it growing and growing.
Absolutely. It's accessible 24/7 on the city's website, which, by the way, is cityhs.net.
Yes, it is.
And as John says, when you click on the maps section, there are layers of information that you can see.
Oh, yeah. The map system with the city of Hot Springs is just, if you've never been on there, it's unbelievable at the information it'll provide, from stormwater to our, water and sewer overlays. There's just a gamut of information there.
And there are citizens who want to know those details. they may hop on in the middle of the night and find out what's going on in their area, what city projects might be taking place.
That's right, Terry. And another thing, we will be able to adjust those schedules. You know, we have mechanical failure, equipment breakdown. So we will be able to manually go in there. If we said that the sweeper will be in this area at such and such a date, well, we pretty well know about how long that piece of equipment is going to be down, so now we can adjust it. And if the citizen, you know, don't see the sweeper there when we said, well, they'll be able to click on and say, oh, okay, it's going to be this week now.
So you can update it. Weather is a factor, along with other things that might delay the progress of a particular project.
Well, weather and seasons.
Yes.
You know, when it comes fall and into winter, I mean, there's just an enormous amount of debris, you know, leaves. And so it takes longer to get through an area that it would spring and summer than go through areas quicker.
And speaking of quick, we're going to need to wrap up this segment, but
All right.
let's touch quickly on the fuel truck that Street Division has. How has that helped with, say, major incidents in the city?
Well, you know, the street division has always been there for all departments, always, to give assistance when we can. We have went one step farther this year, you know, with the Majestic Hotel fire. We supplied support with our fuel truck, which is only diesel, to all the emergency vehicles at the Majestic fire. So that was real good.
That was very important
Yes, it
during the
was.
height of the fire
Because they
to
were
have those
there-
vehicles keep going.
They were there many hours, even, you know, like the Red Cross. Whatever vehicles ran off of diesel, we were there to fuel them up.
Right. Well, we thank you for all that the Street Division does. Sometimes they might be the unsung heroes, but we really appreciate them being the backbone of our city.
Well, thank you, Terry.
That's all the time we have for today. And next week, we'll bring you more city news.